They arrive at Peter Saxa's well after dark. She finds a seance just about to begin. She is immediately aware of her drab coat and cotton dress, hemline too high, her scuffed and city-dusted shoes, her lack of jewelry. More middle-class reflexes, vestiges, she hopes. But most of the women are old. The others are too dazzling. The men look more affluent than usual. Lenny spots a silver lapel swastika here and there. Wines on the tables are the great 20s and 21s. Schloss Vollrats, Zeltinger, Peaceparter. It is an occasion. The objective tonight is to get in touch with the late Foreign Minister Walter Rathenau. At the gymnasium, Leni sang with the other children the charming anti-Semitic street refrain of the time. Knallt ab, den Juden Rathenau, die gottverdammte Judensau. After he was assassinated, she sang nothing for weeks, certain that if the singing hadn't brought it about, at least it had been a prophecy, a spell. There are specific messages tonight, questions for the former minister. A gentle sorting out process is underway. Reasons of security. Only certain guests are allowed to go into Peter's sitting room. The Preterite stay outside, gossiping, showing their gums out of tension, moving their hands. The big scandal around IG Farben this week is the unlucky subsidiary Spottbilligfilm AG, whose entire management are about to be purged for sending to OKW weapons procurement a design proposal for a new airborne ray which could turn whole populations inside a 10-kilometer radius stone blind. An IG review board caught the scheme in time. Poor Spottbilligfilm, it had slipped their collective mind what such a weapon would do to the dye market after the next war. The Götterdämmerung mentality again. The weapon had been known as L5227, L standing for light, another comical German euphemism, like the A in rocket designations, which stands for aggregate, or IG itself, Interessengemeinschaft, a fellowship of interests. And what about the case of catalyst poisoning in Prague? Was it true that the Sex B-Gruppe staffs at the Chemical Instrumentality for the Abnormal have been flown east on emergency status? And that it's a complex poisoning, both selenium and tellurium? The names of the poisons sober the conversation, like a mention of cancer. The elite who will sit tonight are from the corporate Nazi crowd, among whom Leni recognizes who but Generaldirektor Smaragd of an IG branch that was interested for a time in her husband. But then abruptly there'd been no more contact. It would have been mysterious, a little sinister, except that everything in those days could reasonably be blamed on the economy. In the crowd her eyes met Peter's. "I've left him," she whispers, nodding as he shakes hands. "You can put Ilse to sleep in one of the bedrooms. Can we talk later?" There is to his eyes tonight a definite faunish slant. Will he accept that she is not his any more than she belonged to Franz? Yes, of course. What's going on? He snorts, meaning they haven't told me. They are using him, have been, various days, for 10 years. But he never knows how, except by rare accident, an illusion, an interception of smiles, a distorting and forever clouded mirror, the smiles of clients. Why do they want Rathenau tonight? What did Caesar really whisper to his protégé as he fell? Et tu, Brute, the official lie, is about what you'd expect to get from them. It says exactly nothing. The moment of assassination is the moment when power and the ignorance of power come together, with death as validator. When one speaks to the other, then it is not to pass the time of day with et tu, Brutes. What passes is a truth so terrible that history, at best a conspiracy, not always among gentlemen, to defraud, will never admit it. The truth will be repressed, or in ages of particular elegance be disguised as something else. What will Rathenau, past the moment, years into a new other-side existence, have to say about the old dispensation? Probably nothing as incredible as what he might have said just as the shock flashed his mortal nerves, as the angel swooped in. But they will see. Rathenau, according to the histories, was prophet and architect of the cartelized state. From what began as a tiny bureau at the War Office in Berlin, he had coordinated Germany's economy during the First World War, controlling supplies, quotas and prices, cutting across and demolishing the barriers of secrecy and property that separated firm from firm. A corporate Bismarck, before whose power no account book was too privileged, no agreement too clandestine. His father, Emil Rathenau, had founded AEG, the German General Electric Company, but young Walter was more than another industrial heir. He was a philosopher with a vision of the post-war state. He saw the war in progress as a world revolution, out of which would arise neither red communism nor an unhindered right, but a rational structure in which business would be the true, the rightful authority. A structure based, not surprisingly, on the one he'd engineered in Germany for fighting the World War. Thus, the official version. Grandiose enough, but Generaldirektor Smaragd and colleagues are not here to be told what even the masses believe. It might almost, if one were paranoid enough, seem to be a collaboration here between both sides of the wall, matter and spirit. What is it they know that the powerless do not? What terrible structure behind the appearances of diversity and enterprise? Gallows humor. A damn parlor game. Smaragd cannot really believe in any of this. Smaragd, the technician and manager, he may only want signs, omens, confirmations of what's already in being, something to giggle over among the Herrenklub. We even have the Jews' blessing. Whatever comes through the medium tonight, they will warp, they will edit into a blessing. It is contempt of a rare order. Lenny finds a couch in a quiet corner of a room full of Chinese ivory and silk hangings, lies on it, one calf dangling, and tries to relax. Franz now will be home from the rocket field, blinking under the bulb as Frau Silberschlag next door delivers Lenny's last message. Messages tonight, born on the lights of Berlin, neon, incandescent, stellar. Messages weave into a net of information that no one can escape.